Brother, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good morning. Good morning.
Let me know, who are you and where are you coming from?
I'm GRLA Hebrew, man. I'm from West Iowa. Straight like. Good morning. Good morning.
Let me know, who are you and where are you coming from?
I'm GRLA Hebrew, man. I'm from West Iowa. Straight like. Man, I'm from West Iowa. Straight like that. Hebrew, man. I'm from West Iowa. Straight like that.
So what are you bringing to the table today as far as like the podcast? Like, let us know a little bit about your personality and what sets you different from these other people out here.
I mean, well, number one, man, I got, a deeply spiritual background. I gave my life to God some time ago, so I've been mostly doing spiritual content. But I got a great knowledge and expertise base from the spiritual stuff to the street stuff. I'm still tapped into the streets from all sides of the country. I stay in Atlanta now, but I'm from the West Coast originally, Hilltop, Tacoma, Washington. Then I moved to California. So I got a real wide range of understanding from the streets, the Bible, the Quran, and everything, history, pop culture, everything. So I think, you'd be hard-pressed to find a person more well-rounded than me, for sure.
A disturbing sex trafficking bust. Several suspected gang members arrested, accused of forcing young girls into prostitution. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Marla Tejas.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Devine. Federal prosecutors here in LA say this is the first major takedown of a sex trafficking operation on that infamous Figueroa Street.
Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards spoke to the acting top prosecutor in our area about this bust, and she's live in Westwood tonight. Chelsea?
Yeah, well, this was a big bust. We're talking 11 alleged gang members, including 6 leaders of the Hoover criminal street gang, now indicted on these really disturbing charges. Take a look at some video. These are images that were mentioned in the indictment, things that they posted to social media. Prosecutors say the gang recruited girls as young as 14 years old, many of them runaways or kids from the foster care system. Federal officials say those victims were regularly raped and drugged, all while being forced into prostitution. The alleged ringleader, a 25-year-old woman named Amaya Armstead, who goes by Lady Duck. Prosecutors say she and her co-defendants acted as pimps, using social media to recruit vulnerable teens and young adults, then controlling them through violence, drugs, and intimidation. According to the indictment, victims who disobeyed were assaulted, humiliated, they were denied food or drugs, and in some cases, branded with tattoos of their traffickers' street names.
I mean, these guys were prolific. They were the ones recruiting these young women and children. They're ones out there selling them. They were out there enforcing by beating up these women and drugging them and raping them. And so today we're getting the worst of the worst people off the street, and there should be an impact on the community very quickly.
Federal prosecutors say the group controlled sex trafficking along a 3.5-mile section of Figueroa Street in South LA, known as the Figueroa Corridor, and they've been in control from February of 2021 until now. Tonight, we sat down with Lori Burns, a survivor who was trafficked into prostitution out of the foster care system as well. She has now made it her life's mission to save victims like the ones from this case, founding the Teen Project, which provides wraparound services to foster and at-risk young women. She believes the system is broken for everybody involved.
I am very sold on hurt people, because I see the girls, I know the stories of the men that have taken them, and it's all a failed system. It's all going to go back to the broken system, because a lot of the kids that you see on the street that were gang members were in the system themselves, whether they were in juvenile hall, group homes, or foster homes. They were in that broken system, and they came out unhealed, unhelped.
Now, 5 of those suspects pleaded not guilty today, and the trial has now been set for early October. And if convicted as charged, some could be facing life in prison. Reporting live from Westwood, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News.
Get back to this, right? Where you said you represent Hoover?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you represent Hoover?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you represent Hoover?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's where it's the cross at, because you got to understand that it's people that no matter what you feel me speaking on, if you represent that it's motherfuckers that hate you and they'll do something to you.
For sure.
Behind that. You
For
feel
sure.
me?
What he saw live in LA up early this morning today. Matt, good morning. Hi, Bill. Here in Los Angeles, there is an area notorious for sex workers in and around Figueroa Street. Federal and local law enforcement tells us they decided to go after one especially bad gang that is enslaving women and children in what law enforcement says is the first ever case RICO charge here in Los Angeles for human trafficking.
This is the police. We have a warrant. Come out with your hands up.
Fox News exclusively on scene in a pre-dawn takedown of the Hoover Street Gang that the federal government says runs a heinous sex trafficking operation.
This is the police. We have a warrant. Come out with your hands up.
Fox News exclusively on scene in a pre-dawn takedown of the Hoover Street Gang that the federal government says runs a heinous sex trafficking operation.
That's why they was
exploiting
not
victims as young as 14 years old with the promise of a lavish lifestyle.